But I always think the biggest harm of, and I had a suspicion back then that the biggest harm of getting like an E in my exam was believing that I was an E. I think in many respects, entrepreneurship is kind of one of those things because some of the narratives that you described there of thinking grades mattered were the narratives that nearly held me back in my life because I was not doing well in school. My brothers were, everyone else was. And I nearly fell into the trap, which you learn in the shed, which is the people that get A's are going to be rich and happy. This
Mhm.
is the like an unspoken word. And then if you get like an E and a D, you're going to be poor and probably not that happy and probably going to live in a small house and you're probably going to struggle. I always think the biggest harm of, and I had a suspicion back then that the biggest harm of getting like an E in my exam was believing that I was an E. And they're two very different things. Like I can get an E, but it doesn't make me an E. And I'm going to try and like send a bunch of emails and figure out life myself outside of the system because the system was never going to get me where I needed to go.